Alright, what's up everyone? Welcome to the Surfside PPC YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be going over Google Ads call-only campaigns. So how to create campaigns that are really just designed to get people who are on their mobile phones to call your business or just call your phone number directly. So we're going to get started here in Google Ads, and the first thing you want to do is make sure you set up a conversion for every time someone does call your business for a certain period of time. So we're going to come up here to Tools and Settings, and we're going to come to Measurement and Conversions. So if we come to the bottom here, you can see I've already set one up, but I'm going to set up a new one to show you how to do it. So pretty simple. You just come to the conversions page, click on the plus sign right here, and what we're going to do is click on phone calls. So you have a few different options here. It's calls from ads using call extensions or call only ads, calls to a phone number on your website, or clicks on your number on a mobile website. So we're going to choose this one here. So calls from ads using either call extensions or call only ads. We're going to click on continue. So the category for this is going to be a lead. So every time someone calls our business, we're going to consider that a lead. Enter conversion name. So phone calls. Okay, so we have phone calls, extensions, or call only. So we're going to keep scrolling down. You can set a value here if you want to. So one reason you might want to set a value is, let's just say, for example, your business drives 50 phone calls per month. And let's just say you can close 10% of those phone calls as new clients, and let's say the average value of a new client for your business is $1,000. So that means every month you're able to drive 5 new clients to your business, and every client is worth $1,000. So we're going to come over here to our calculator. So what we're able to say now is $5,000, so that's how much you drove last month, divided by 50 phone calls. So it took 50 phone calls to drive $5,000 equals, so the average value of every phone call for your business is $100. Now it might not be this high, it might be higher in some cases. It really depends on your business, but keeping track of all of this data can really help you in the long run as you're running these campaigns. So we're going to come over here, and let's just say every phone call to our business is worth $100. Now you don't necessarily have to set a value here. You can just not use a value for this conversion action and just count each individual phone call. This is something you might want to do if you're just getting started with driving phone calls for your business. But if you do have the information of, let's say you drive a certain amount of phone calls per month, and those phone calls lead to X amount in new revenue, you can use that data to come up with some type of value, even if it's not exact, but an estimated value for each conversion. So we're going to keep scrolling down, count. So I like to just count 1 for this. So it's really recommended for leads just to count 1 conversion when someone does call your business. Now call length, so you can choose anything you really want to here. So it can be something really long. So let's just say 540 seconds. You can go a little bit shorter. So let's say 45 seconds. You can just say, I want to count pretty much every single phone call. So we'll just say anything over 30 seconds, we're going to count as a conversion. So we're going to come back here, conversion window. We could just keep this as 30 days. I'll just keep include in conversions as yes, and attribution model we'll just keep as last click here. Click on create and continue. So now we have our new conversion set up for phone calls. So we can click on done here, and we can come back to our campaign screen. Okay, so now that we've got our conversion set up, we're able to get started with building our campaign. So what we're going to do is click on the plus sign here to create a new campaign. For this one, our goal is going to be leads. So we also set up our conversion as a lead. So we're going to click on leads here. And then we're going to click on search under the campaign type. So you're going to make sure you run this on the search network. So the ways you'd like to reach your goal is with phone calls. So enter your phone number here now. And what we're going to do is just take this example number. We're just going to copy and paste it right here. But you would enter your phone number that you're trying to get phone calls to. Click on continue. So first let's name our campaign. So I'm going to pretend for this campaign, I'm running a PPC agency and I'm trying to get phone calls for my business. So I'm going to run this search campaign on Google. So when people are looking up for PPC agency, Google Ads agency, different things like that, we're going to try to get them to call our business. So network, you're going to choose search network and include Google search partners here. We can click on show more settings. So a couple different options. They have start and end dates, campaign URL options if you want to set that, and you can also use dynamic search ads. We're not going to be using any of these for this campaign. Keep scrolling down. You want to set your location targeting. One thing I always do is in location options, I'll do people in or regularly in my targeted locations. And then if I am excluding, I'll usually just do people in my excluded locations. Languages, so select the languages your customers speak. For this one, I'm just going to be using English. And then we have audience here, so select the audiences to add to our campaign. So we click here. One thing you can do is click on some different audiences that are going to be really relevant for your campaign. So I usually just use the search bar up here. So let's just say PPC, And we have a few in-market audiences we can use. So the first one, SEO and SEM services. We can use advertising and marketing services. And then you can always come over here to ideas. They're going to give you some different ideas you can also enter. So we'll just do web services. So we'll use these 3 in-market audiences. And the way we have it set up is observation. So it means it's not going to narrow the reach of our campaign. If it was targeting, that means we'd only target people in these audiences as they search our targeted keywords, but we're going to keep it as observation. So this is also referred to as bid only in the former Google AdWords. And what we're going to do is close this up. So now we're targeting these 3 audiences. So the next thing is your budget, the average you want to spend each day. So generally what I'll do with this is you take the monthly budget that you're going to use and you divide it by 30. So let's just say I want to spend $3,000 for the month. So I'm going to come over here to budget, enter $100. We'll end up spending around $3,000 for the month if we're hitting our daily budget every day. So we can keep scrolling down. Bidding, so you do want to focus on conversions. So that's generally what I would recommend doing. And with conversions, what we can do is we'll say conversions and we'll set a target cost per action. So we'll say we're trying to get conversions at $75 or less because we know every converted phone call is worth about $100 to our business. So this would mean that we're driving additional revenue to our business when we are driving phone calls. Ultimately, what we want to do is get this target CPA down as low as possible and also increase the value of our conversion. So those 2 things are really going to help you get the most out of a Google Ads campaign. So we're going to be using the target CPA bid strategy here. Keep scrolling down, you can do show more settings. So 2 things that are really important here. Ad rotation, I would just recommend keeping it as optimized. Now with conversions, what we're going to be doing is you can choose account level conversion settings. So what that means is any of the conversions that you've imported or added to your Google Ads account will be optimized for when you're running your campaign. Otherwise, what we can do is say choose conversion actions for this campaign. We're going to select conversion actions. And if we scroll down here, we can see we have our phone calls, extensions, or call only. So the phone call conversion we just created is the one we're going to be optimizing for in this campaign. So we can click on save. And the next thing is going to be ad schedule. So you can set your ad schedule as all day, but if you can only answer the phone at certain times, whether it's Monday through Friday, maybe 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or something along those lines, you can set up an ad schedule here. So let's just say, for example, I want this to run on all days. So every single day I want my campaign to run. And let's say I'll only answer the phone after 6:30. So we'll say 6:30 here, and I'll only answer the phone up to 7:30 p.m. Okay, so it's going to be based on my Eastern time zone settings. That means every day from 6:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m., we're going to be running these advertisements. And during those other times that are not in our ad schedule, our advertisements will pause and not be running. So we're going to keep scrolling down. Ad rotation, again, we'll just keep it as optimized. The next thing is ad extensions. So you have 3 different options here, and you want to add all 3 of the ad extensions to your call only campaigns. So the first one is call out extension. If we click here, you can also add structured snippets and location extensions. You absolutely want to add all 3 of these ad extensions for your campaign. So for this example, I'm just going to be using call out extensions, but if you have a location for your business, you want to make sure you enter location extensions here, because even if someone sees your advertisement, doesn't click to call you and just ends up visiting your business, it can turn into more revenue for you. Structured snippets, you can show some of the different services you offer, whether it's marketing services. You can also show amenities at a hotel. So all these different things, you want to make sure that you have them shown in your advertisement. It just gives more information to a potential customer. Now call out extensions, if we click here, add more business information. So let's just say we'll do 7+ years experience. We'll say affordable services, best PPC agency, and contact us now. So we'll choose these 4 call out extensions and we can click to save and continue. So the next thing is going to be setting up our ad groups. So for some reason here, it's only letting me set up 1 ad group at a time. That's fine. I'll show you how to add more ad groups as we build our campaign. So we're just going to set up 1 ad group for the time being. You need to make sure you have your keywords for your campaign. So you can use the get keyword ideas over here to the right hand side. So you can enter your website if you want, or you can just enter the product or service. So let's just say I want to target PPC agency. I want to target keywords like Google Ads agency. So we'll just start with PPC agency here, and we'll name our ad group and we'll just say PPC agency. Now, the other thing we can do is if we come over here to tools and settings, so under the planning option, you're going to be able to see keyword planner here. So we can open that in a new tab. So we can come over here to the keyword planner, click on discover new keywords, and you can enter some of the different keywords you want to target. Basically enter what people would type in to find your business. So for this, we're going to use PPC agency. We'll say PPC advertising company, PPC company, Google ads agency, Google ads management. So we'll just use these 5 keywords to begin with, and they're going to pull up some more relevant keywords for us. We'll click on get results. So this is going to help you find more keywords for your business. And the other thing it does that I really like is it's going to show you the top of page bid, the low range, and the high range. So it's going to show you how much people are actually bidding on these keywords. As you can see, when it comes to marketing services, it's very competitive. So the top of page bids are upwards of $50, $60. So it can be really expensive. So when you are trying to drive conversions, I said it as $75 before. That could even be difficult because Google Ads is very difficult to drive conversions for your business for certain industries. They also have competition over here as well. Now, one thing you can do is come over here to grouped ideas, so you can come up with some different ad group ideas. It's not perfect, but it can help you group some of your ideas together. So for example, if you come here to management agency, you can see they have AdWords management agency, Google Ads management agency. So you can put all these keywords together. You might want to split out PPC, paid search, so you can split out some of those things, and Bing ads, different things like that. You can also use filters. So if we come over here to keyword ideas, you can say add filter. I only want to include keywords that are getting an average monthly searches of at 30 here. Click on apply. And then what you can do is, because you know these are going to be the most competitive keywords, if you come over here and you do the top of page bid high range, so you just click right here, it's going to sort it by the keywords that the advertiser are actually bidding the highest on. So if we come over here, you can see it's going to show all the different keywords that the advertisers are bidding the highest on. And generally what that means is it's going to be keywords that are going to be very relevant for your campaign, and keywords that a lot of companies are bidding on to try to get new clients. So you can see Google AdWords management company, management agency, AdWords company. So all these different keywords here that we can start to bid on. It gives us a total of 106 keywords. So ideally we want to add all of them into our campaign. So what we're going to do is just come over here. We're going to start with PPC agency. So what I'm going to be doing here is targeting the exact match version of these keywords. So we're going to use PPC agency because I don't want to target people who are maybe looking for a ranking of PPC agencies or who are looking to start their own PPC agency. So I want to make sure I'm targeting people who are actually searching keywords that they're going to be looking for a PPC agency for their own business. So we're going to start here, PPC agency exact match. Let's just say we do pay-per-click agency. Okay, so we can start with these 5 exact match keywords. Again, you pretty much have 2 options here when you're trying to target keywords. To keep things really targeted, you can use exact match. It's going to narrow down your overall volume. Otherwise, what you can do is you can use modified broad match keywords. And what you would do is just target a keyword like PPC agency, and maybe all you need to do is pay per click agency. So you can just target these 2 keywords. These would fill every single one of these keywords up here that these are targeting. But you're also going to target people who are maybe searching something like how to start a PPC agency or examples of successful PPC agencies. So some of these different things like that are going to target with these keywords, and you might end up spending $20, $30 per click because someone accidentally clicks on your advertisement. So we're just going to keep these exact match keywords here. Now what you would want to do is add more ad groups, but it's not letting me right now. So we're just going to click on save and continue and go to create ads. So if we come up here to the top, you can see it's saying for each ad group, we recommend you create at least 3 ads that closely relate to the theme of your keywords. What I would recommend doing here is creating at least 2 advertisements to make sure that you're optimizing with the best performing ads as you continue to run your campaign. So our ad group here is going to be PPC agency. You can see the keywords that we're targeting here. So we can scroll down. It's going to show our phone number. This is an example of a call-only ad. So it's going to be a mobile advertisement. So when someone does search it, they can just click on our advertisement and call our business directly. So we're going to come over here to headline 1. And what we can do is, okay, so top rated PPC agency. And then in headline 2, we can do call Surfside PPC today. And then business name, we'll do Surfside PPC. And then what you want to do is enter a couple description lines, display URL, and verification URL. So I'll enter those now. Fast forward to this part a little bit. Okay, so we have contact Surfside PPC today for pay-per-click advertising for your business. So we might want to clean that up a little bit, but affordable services, experienced PPC agency, we drive leads and sales for you. So pretty much any of the keywords that someone might target up here will be covered in our advertisement. Display URL, what we'll do is just surfsideppc.com. You can capitalize it if you want to. So we could verification URL. So if we just scroll over here, you can see Google is going to look at the phone number on your advertisement and the phone number for your business to make sure that calls are going to the right place. So make sure you have your phone number on your website. This is optional here, but let's just say I do surfsideppc.com, and you can see it's going to make sure that Google is going to go to our business website and make sure that we have our phone number there. So for this one, they might end up disapproving our ads because this is not our phone number. So next is going to be call reporting. So you're going to see the call reporting is going to focus on the conversion that we set up earlier. You're going to see it says use account settings, calls from ads. What we want to do here is phone calls, extensions, or call only. So the conversion that we create in the first step. And now we can click on done. It's going to launch our campaign. We can also create a new advertisement here. What I would recommend doing is creating a new advertisement, but just to make sure this tutorial isn't too long, we're going to click on save and continue. But I would duplicate this ad and create a new one so you can optimize for the top performing advertisement. Click on save and continue. Okay, so now our campaign is ready to go, and we can click on continue to campaign. So you can see we only have one ad group here, PPC agency. So what we want to do is click on the plus sign to create a new ad group. And what we can do is start creating some more ad groups here. So usually it would allow you to do this in the previous step, but what we can do is just enter a new ad group. If we come back over here to the keyword planner, let's just say for this one, we want to do Google Ads Management Services. So we'll come back over to the grouped ideas and look at the grouped idea that we looked at earlier. Okay, so we can do this management company. So you can see AdWords Management Company, Google AdWords Management Company, and Google Ads Management Company. So if we just come over here, we'll enter those 3 keywords. Okay, so we have our keywords set up. We're targeting exact match keywords here. Keep things as targeted as possible. Scroll down, we can click on save and continue. And now we just need to create our advertisements again. So again, I would create advertisements that would match the keywords that we're targeting. So it's going to be United States, same phone number. Headline 1 is, okay, so we'll do optimal Google Ads Management. We'll say contact Surfside PPC today. So the same thing for headline 2. So now you can see, people can see call 201-555-0123, optimal Google Ads Management, contact Surfside PPC today. Same thing here. So business name, Surfside PPC. We want to enter our description lines. Okay, so same thing here. So we have experienced advertisers who create, manage, and optimize Google AdWords campaigns, affordable service, 7+ years experience. We drive leads and sales with Google Ads. So we have our display URL, our verification URL. We're using call reporting. We have our conversion action here, and now we can click on done. And we have our call out extensions here. We would obviously want to create more advertisements for each individual ad group. Click on save and continue. And now we're pretty much ready to launch our campaign. But what you would want to do is make sure you're going back and creating more ad groups. So you're targeting all of these different keywords here, especially when something is so competitive like it is with marketing. You want to make sure you're targeting all these different keywords. So you have an AdWords management company, just make sure it's all very focused. So someone who's looking for PPC management, AdWords management, Bing ads management, any of these different things, even if they type in something like PPC management firm, they're all looking for the same exact thing. They're looking for someone to run their pay-per-click advertising, to manage it, to optimize it. So I would want to make sure when they call me, I know exactly what they're calling for. So this is how to create call-only ads. Now, the last thing I want to go through is you can come up here to tools and settings, and under shared library, you can come here to bid strategies. So maybe you do want to control your bids a little bit for this campaign. So you can click to create a new bid strategy, target CPA. So let's just say phone call bid strategy. So our target CPA, we're just going to keep at $75 like we had. And then advanced options, maybe what we want to do for our maximum bid limit is set it at $30. So keep it a little bit lower so we can use these bids that we saw earlier over here where people are bidding anywhere from $20, pretty much upwards of $50. So something like $30 is going to be competitive. You might not get a ton of volume to begin with, but you can always go back and increase that bid later. You can set a minimum bid limit if you want, but what we can do is click on select campaigns here, choose our PPC agency phone calls campaign, click on done, and now we're kind of controlling our bid limits as well. So we can click on save, and now that bid strategy is going to be applied to our campaign. So this is how to create a call only campaign. Obviously, a few things I didn't show you is I would want to build out my ad groups a little bit more with some of these different keywords. And then when you are creating advertisements, make sure you're creating at least 2 ads in each individual ad group. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. Thanks for watching my video today, and make sure you subscribe to the Surfside PPC YouTube channel.